Bill here with the Metals Minute. Today is Thursday, September 29th, 2022. Well, I don't want you to be discouraged. The metals are down a little bit today, but that's a sympathy move compared to what we see going on in the other markets. The stock market is down by a multiple of 3 or 4 compared to what the metals are down right now. And it's not only today. When we look at the mayhem that's been in the markets, both the stock and the bond markets this year, the metals are a relatively stable place to be. And one of the reasons that the metals are coming under such selling pressure in the paper markets is because there are so many losses of paper assets. There are margin calls being made, and gold and silver, precious metals always have value. So when people are struggling to find value of something to sell, they can always turn, and often do, turn to precious metals. That's what makes the precious metals a haven or a harbor in the storm, so to speak. And we're in a storm right now. And it's not over, and it's likely to get worse. But that's where the metals really begin to shine. Have a longer article out this week called Markets, Mayhem, and Metals, and we talk about where we are, how likely it is that we'll continue to be in this type of situation, and how bad it might get. And history has some precedents for us. There's 8 times when we've seen similar conditions in the markets, although this year we're seeing some things that have never been seen, specifically in terms of the bond markets. And so we talk about that as well. There's some interesting graphs and charts that give us an indication of where we're going from here and what the future might look like, and what we can do to protect ourselves and how those solutions have helped in the past. And so it's not a day, it's not a time to lose hope. I know there's a lot of gray skies out there, not only from the hurricane, but also on the war front. We have the pipeline that was blown up, and now there's some claiming it was Russia and others claiming it was the United States, and we're officially saying we didn't do it. Yet, unfortunately, the president was quoted as saying that was something we would do a few months ago. So I don't know who did it. I know I didn't do it, and I'm sure you didn't do it, but somebody did it. And now it's creating more issues, and Europe, while we've seen inflation come down a little bit here in the United States, gas prices are going back up. It's up over $6 a gallon again in some areas of California, which inflation is starting to get higher again in Europe. Germany is facing 10% inflation, the highest they've seen inflation since World War II. So things are continuing to deteriorate right now throughout Europe. And of course, we have our own challenges. But what I want to say, I encourage you to do, is be open to various kinds of metals. I know there's shortages from mints in various countries, and it kind of rotates about where the shortages are and what particular products are in high demand and short supply. And just be flexible. Any silver's better than no silver. Gold is gold, and platinum is platinum. And you may develop a variety of products, investment grade, historical. That's a good way to have a foundational, well-diversified portfolio. And it looks like the metals are going to be the asset class to be in for the next few years. And typically they end up being the outperformers when conditions are like what we see today. Keep an eye out. We'll keep you informed. We won't see you again until next week, but we'll update you whatever may occur over this weekend. Have a good day. Thanks for tuning in.